Hello, everybody. Let's take a minute and talk about Woodstock 50 years. Um, my name's Harv Lake, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Woodstock because I wanted to share with you something that I have that's pretty cool. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of background into Woodstock and what it was like for the people who went to the original Woodstock, the 50-year Woodstock, and this ticket that I have, this replica ticket, I want to show you that too. So let's take a minute here and go, okay. So we're going to talk about what some of the people were doing. We're going to go, there we go. Okay, so this was the 50-year concert um, poster that they were going to use, something like this. And so let's kind of go through this and we'll talk about some of the people. When they were getting there, there was thousands of cars that were coming, and that they had this whole line of cars probably went back miles upon miles. And then once you got closer, things started to get a lot more busy, and so people just decided to walk or whatever, and they rode motorcycles or things like that, just wanting to get closer to the venue, just getting to the venue. So this all went down on a dairy farm near Bethel, New York. They expected 50,000 people to show up. 400,000 people did show up. Now that's a mass of humanity, I got to tell you. Just imagine the bathrooms, the things like that, feeding that many people. Yeah, I understand. Probably nobody's going to starve to death for 3 days, but you still have some issues, and yeah, very interesting. So people started just walking through the fence. They were going in for free, not paying for the ticket, which was kind of too bad for the organizers, but it is what it is. There are all types of people there. This is a gentleman just sitting up in a make tree house, just playing his little song. I'm not sure if that's somebody behind him or what. I can't really tell. But of course, you got to be cleanly, and so skinny dipping is important. So I would call this just good, clean fun. That gentleman looks like he's having a good, clean, fun time. Right, this is a man named John Sebastian. I am definitely not a musical follower, connoisseur, whatever you want to call it. But this is somebody that actually stood out to me, and I knew who it was, and so I wanted to put him in here. So this guy wrote the song for Welcome Back, Kotter. And that's the only way that I would know any of his songs. So, all you Welcome Back, Kotter fans, this is the guy that sang it. This is Santana over here on the right. And he's playing with, that's a bassist. Probably not even going to be able to remember that. I'm trying to. Right, so they were part of the music there. People brought their pets, all kinds of pets. Couldn't hardly imagine going to a concert this big with a monkey, but hey, I suppose when you're used to going with your monkey, you're okay. There were all types of people from all walks of life. Most of them were young, and I'm sure a lot of college students, a lot of that age of person. So, and sometimes you just need to stop and rest on the way. I think that's interesting that Nova sitting there. They didn't look like that the last time I saw them, but hey, I'm not sure what that other car is. The fashions they were probably a little bit different than what we would wear today. But rest assured, the fashions seem to come back. Once again, there's somebody bringing along their cat. I Yeah, and they got their kid. There was a lot of little kids running around there. People had kids then too that were that age. Um, this gentleman, wish I could tell you who he is. This is a night shot. A This is a slow exposure nighttime shot. Shows you just the mass of people that are there. So very amazing. The food lines here. This reminds me of here by Dillon. We had the Rainbow Group that came here a few years ago, and so went up and saw them, and they had this kind of a kitchen type of thing set up for feeding a lot of people. They were making soup and things like that. It looked an awful lot like this. There was playing in the mud, running, having a grand old time. Some of the things that you see are just really pretty cool. It looks like a good time. I'm sure it was a heck of a good time. This is a picture looking out onto the fans from behind one of the bands. A lot of people, a lot of rain, but the show went on. But then, of course, when shows like that get over with, there always seems to be a big mess to clean up. And, I hope that they planned for that. I'm sure they did. Right, these are the real stars of this show. These were the people who owned the dairy farm. This is Max and his wife, Miriam Yazger. They look like they have a pretty positive attitude, and they're not too worried about the youth of the country. And yeah, I sure hope they had a lot of help cleaning that up. But alas, the 50-year concert was canceled. They couldn't get a permit for the venue. What do you think the chances were that they ever had a permit for the first one? What are the chances that they even needed a permit for the first one? So this is the ticket that I wanted to show you about. I'm going to bring up the camera again here. I'm going to show you this. This is my replica ticket. This is made from 5 grams of silver, which would be about 1/5 of an ounce of silver. Try to get the glare off of that. But let's go over here and we'll get a better picture anyways. All right, so they're at the top, you see. Woodstock Music and Art Fair, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Man, when's the last concert you went to that was $6? Boy, those were the days. Then there, on the back of the ticket, that shows about the no refunds, everything. This is legal tender. This is a real dollar from the Cook Islands. And you can see over here on the left-hand side, it's got the 50-year Woodstock logo and a certificate of authenticity. And down below, you can see there was only 1,969 of these that were ever created. So thanks a bunch for coming and taking a look at this. Sure hope it was interesting. It was fun to check out the pictures. Ticket is really cool sometime. If you do want to see it, let me know. I'd be happy to show it to you. But thanks a bunch for coming to my shiny show and tell, and I appreciate it. Bye.